And just to touch on one thing that I will add, because I like to bring it up now because I did not talk about it for so long. But when you say, well, I grew up a musician and I didn't know necessarily geometry and math, it's true, I didn't study them. But I had a leg up because literally 20 years ago, three extra dimensional beings floated into my room in my apartment in Los Angeles, just floated through the walls and did spiritual surgery on my brain while I lay on my bed fully awake. So I have a leg up and I found that it changed my consciousness completely to where I could then understand advanced mathematics and geometry and calculus and trigonometry and other things that I needed to be able to then go and decode the codes that I was led to in the Shakespeare work, which eventually has come full circle to, oh, wow, America. I mean, it's not just Shakespeare in dusty old England. It's the America story of how, at that time during Shakespeare, they were colonizing the New World. Francis Bacon called it the New Atlantis, and King James was sending over ships to form Jamestown. Virginia is named after the Virgin Queen, right? I mean, that was the start of it. It's a big, grand scheme, a grand plan to build a nation whose purpose, as Manly P. Hall puts it so well in his book, The Secret Destiny of America, and which I speak about in the very beginning of episode 1 of the America Codes, there was a plan nurtured by the advanced souls, not embodied souls, extra-dimensional beings, Saint Germain, the great ones, great avatars, who were overseeing this work. The purpose of America was to be that shining city on the hill, was to be a place of truth and beauty and love and brotherhood and sisterhood, and to move towards that. And we have certainly failed in that experiment up to now, to some degree. But I do not believe that we have failed ultimately. It is a test that we are going through, because the extra dimensional beings, the extraterrestrials and the extra dimensionals, far more powerful than our little atomic bombs. They can defuse any of them anytime they want. And if they were here to kill us, they'd have done it millennia ago. They're here to help and guide us, but they cannot, go past certain rules of evolution. They got to let us make our mistakes, because we're toddlers falling down and making mistakes. But we have seen enough evidence, such as the Rendlesham incident and other places, where now major 5-star generals and people in the Navy, etc., are coming out and saying, no, I saw them disable our nukes. We wanted to shoot them. I don't believe they're going to allow another nuclear. They're not going to allow extra dimensional experience now, because it does no good to hide it and say, oh, I wonder what my family will say, and I wonder what the neighbors will think, and I won't talk about it. Lots of people have these experiences who are handbound and thinking, I can't talk about it because what will people say? Talk about it. Make it, normalize it, because it is normal. It is more normal than this game of a delusion that we're living in. The real truth is that we are not alone. We are part of an entire cosmic family.